Today I would like to share the concept of sleep method and join methods in threads. What are the rule and how it will be work? Why we need those methods? That a concept today I can share. So sleep method, and we know that how to create a threads, that is by extending a thread and by implementing the runnable interface. If you want to communicate the threads and if you want to block the threads a particular period of time, so we can use a method called sleep method. Actually, the thread, whenever we have created a thread, the thread will be go to the different states. Those states are, the thread states will be there. The thread states are, whenever the thread is created, it will be go to a new state, and once the new state will be there, the thread will be put in a pool called a ready state. When we have called the start method, it will be in the ready state. Whenever the run method of particular thread will be invoked, it will be go to a state called run state. And if any a method like blocking of threads or suspend of threads or waiting of threads will be invoked, then it will be moved to a state called waiting state. And if there will be once the waiting period will be go completed, then it will be go to a state called ready state. If waiting period will be completed, and if the normal termination is there, then it will be go to a state called. All these are possibility states will be occurred in the thread. Whenever a thread is created, it will be go to the new, followed by ready. If the CP is allotted, it will be go to the run. During the run, if any waiting related methods will be occurred, waiting state. Once the waiting period is completed, it will be moved to the ready state. If the normal execution is also completed, it will be moved to the terminated state. So, during the execution of threads, if there will be any method like a sleep method, if the sleep method is called on a particular thread, so the thread will be go to the block state. So currently the executed thread will be moved to the block state. How much time? Whatever the time we have provided in the sleep method, that period of time, that thread will be moved to the block state, which means in turn it will be goes to the waiting state. Okay, how we can call the thread method? The thread method, how we can call the sleep method? Actually, it is the static method. There is no need of creating a thread object separately, or even you have extended the thread class, you may use by using that instance, but generally it is a static method. Directly we can use thread.sleep, the thread class which is there in the java.lang package. This syntax is java.lang.thread.sleep. You may directly use thread.sleep and need to provide how much period of time it will be there in the pool, waiting pool, that should be provided in terms of milliseconds. That is a parameter considered as a long. If there will be any interruptions during the block, or if there is any interruption will be done, the sleep method that throws an interrupted exception. If there is any interruption by some other threads or some other process or some other task, that will be that sleep method will throws a checked exception called interrupted. So you must be very careful when you are using the sleep method, that must be enclosed. The sleep method must be enclosed in try and catch block. Otherwise, the compiler generated exception, because it is a check. We can't use a throws keyword directly, because run is a built-in method. We can't use like that. Or if you are using that in the main method, you may use directly. But when you are using the sleep method in a particular thread class, definitely you must enclose that sleep method in the try and catch block. Okay, And so to block a thread in a particular period of time, we can use the sleep method. So how we can use this sleep method? We can start with the discussion of program. So we know that very simple class thread 1 extends thread class public void run. Already we have familiar, we are writing I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus thread 1 I. So after every I, if you want to put for every I, after 1, I want to put my thread as a 5 seconds block or 50 milliseconds. I would like to put my thread as in the block state. So I can use thread dot sleep of how many seconds, milliseconds you want. Block the thread 500. Block the thread 500. But we can't directly use like this. We can't add throws here. Why? Because it will be already built its method. We can't add additional overriding here. Whatever the method, how the method, the same method we can override. But we can put the thread dot sleep in a block called try block. And what is the type of exception? Catch a interrupted exception. It will be a thread. So thread extends right, and I would like to block a particular period of time. Thread dot sleep. Yes. Similarly, this is an important how we can use. And now go to our IDE. We have already, even it is runnable also, no problem. Same logic. So already I have some threads will be there. Thread A implements runnable. If you have any doubt in these implements, earlier videos will be there how to create. Either you may use extends thread class or implement public void run. And here printing the I, we need to put try block thread dot sleep of 500 milliseconds. Okay, try followed by the catch. What type of exception? Interrupted exception. Yes. D. Remaining everything will be same. I would like to use only the sleep method for the thread A class only, not for thread B. Thread B will be not blocked, only thread A will be blocked. After printing of I, first I, the thread A will be blocked. So during that time, the CPU not wasted its cycles. If the thread A is blocked, immediately the control will go to the thread B. So during that time, the thread B will be executed. And again the control will be shifted to the thread A. We can check that how it will be executed. Thread dot sleep Now run the file. I can. Yes. So obviously it will be started from the thread 1. I may give more cycles, then we can. If you have observed, because I am moving, so thread 1 will be started, and yes, particular period. Run file. Yes. Okay, sorry, because I have given the loop is, it is only a single loop I have given. So first all these statements will be executed, then only the try block will be followed. That's why we are unable to find how the blocking. So instead of this, I kept all. Now we can identify how the sleep will be executed. Have you observed this? Have you observing? Already thread 1 will be working. 13, 14, 15. Yes. Again I will show you. First which one? Coming to the main method. Thread 1 is started. Okay. So it will go to the thread 1 value will be printed. In earlier I have given no braces. So directly the for loop only single statement will be executed. After that only the period. But now I kept all the things in the for loop. So first statement, first I value will be printed 1. Then how many seconds? 1500 seconds, millisecond it will be blocked. So in that type it will go to the CPU will be switched to the thread 2. The thread 2 statements will be printed after again thread 1. There are no more threads. The CPU will be waited until each and every one will be printed with a particular period of time. We can check this. So thread 2 only started. Meanwhile, thread 1 will be started in somewhere. A period of time it will be blocked. Have you observed? 1500 seconds it will be blocked. Yes. So during the sleep period, remaining if there are any other threads will be there, the CPU will be go to give the priority to the other threads, because when we have given the sleep means the thread scheduler will move that particular thread in from ready state, run state to waiting state. So in that time who are in the ready state, the scheduler will give thread scheduler will gives the priority to the threads which are in the ready state. Okay, maybe you have clearly observed some difference. Yes, one block, so remaining will be executed sub period of time. Okay. Yes, and now I want to check. Suppose if I have some errors observations, if I am not using try block for try and catch block, have you seen the red mark? What is that red mark? Unreported exception. Unreported exception. Which exception? Interrupted exception might be caught or declared to be thrown. Either you must be use try catch or you must use the throws. But if I want to use throws here, what it's showing, run method, because we are changing. These are some observations in interviews also they can ask. Actually the sleep method is uh, a checked exception. Either you might throw or you must report that exception. So I would like to throw that exception, throws interrupted. But if I have given like this, what it's showing, run method in thread A can't be implemented. I am changing the signature of runnable interface method, run method. It does not have any throws keyword. It have only void along with the public access specifier. If I am trying to change, which shows an error again. So I can't add this additional statement. Definitely, I need to keep this as a try and as well as catch. Please, you can also practice these. By practicing only, we can identify what are the different errors. Try, catch. It will be a try block. It will be a catch block. It will be a for block, main block, and class. Yes. I can share this code also. I can share this code in the video also. If you want, you may use it. You may try it. What are the observations? Block the thread. Next, move to the waiting state. It will be moved to the waiting state. Who will perform this? Thread scheduler will be there. Some terms. And definitely we can use an exception called sleep must be enclosed. What type in the try catch block? Because why? It will throw what type of exception? Interrupted exception. Fine. So please note down all this, very important. And if you have any doubts or any clarifications, you may send in the comment section or you may mail me. And in the next continues, the next continue concept, sleep will be, join will be discussed. Thank you, Vanna.